Hello and welcome to our Sunset 30-minute restorative flow. So I designed this flow to be performed on days where you're feeling a little lethargic, you want to feel rejuvenated, and it's meant to be performed on full moon or new moon days. So let's get started in a seated position. If you have a pair of blocks, bring them out. And if it's comfortable for you, place it right under your bum and sit on the block to ensure that you're sitting upright and your knees are falling down towards the ground. So get comfortable in whatever seated position feels right for you. Remember to draw your spine up tall, head reaching towards the sky. And we're going to drop into a meditative focus within ourselves. And what we're going to do is practice an Om chant together. So inhale into your lungs. Exhale, open the mouth and say Om. Inhale, fill your lungs up again with fresh oxygen. Exhale out the mouth, Om. Inhale again. Exhale on your own. Now breathe normally. This chant allows us to fall within ourselves and show gratitude to our surroundings and the earth. It is the rhythm of the earth. All right, let's put our hands together in Anjali Mudra and reach them up towards the skies. Folding our fingers together, point our fingers out, and let's inhale and lean towards the right hand side, stretching out the right side body. Exhale, come back to center, reach up tall. Inhale, bring your fingers over to the left hand side, opening up the side of our body. Really feel that stretch and opening. And now let's come back to center, release the fingers, release the hands, all the way back down to your mat. And we're just going to slowly remove the block and gently make our way onto our backs. And we're going to gently meet in Supta Baddha Konasana. So feet together, knees spread apart in a diamond-like shape. And if it's within your practice, you can place blocks on either side of your knees to help them with some support. If it's comfortable for you to have your knees just spraying out, relax into this posture, and we're going to take a mudra. So take a look at my hands. They're forming a triangle, and we're going to place this mudra right below the belly button, drawing positive energy into our bodies through this mudra. We take mudras in restorative flows to connect energy and help it flow evenly throughout our body, move the prana throughout our body. So focus on your breath, and again try to drop into that meditative state where you're aware of everything that's going on within your body. Your lungs expanding, the pressure of your hands on your stomach, the feeling of your hips releasing tension, the feeling of your feet meeting together. Everything is aligned. And just as the universe wills it, everything is perfect. Gently release the mudra, hands to either side of you, and bring your knees slowly together. Drop your knees together, feet apart, and we're just going to do a counter pose of that hip opening. So this should feel really good in your outside hips, with your knees touching together, but your feet on either side of the mat. So you're creating a funny shape with your lower body, releasing tension and helping again to open up those hips. All right, let's gently release. Place your feet firmly on the mat, parallel to each other. And we're just going to slowly first draw the right knee towards the chest. Now you can stay here continuously drawing that right knee towards the right armpit. Or you can extend the right knee slightly, grab onto the outside of the right foot, and gently draw the right knee towards the armpit in a half happy baby pose. This is again an amazing hip opener, groin opener, and I always feel that when I'm really concentrating in this pose, I can really feel my hip releasing and allowing my knee to be pulled by gravity closer to the mat. So let's hold this posture and breathe. Again, remember to just gently draw your knee towards your chest if this is too much for you and too uncomfortable. There's always modifications for any level. Let's gently now release our half happy baby pose by moving the right foot now into the left hand and drawing it over to the left side in a gentle twist. You can use a block here as well and place it underneath your right foot or underneath your left knee to support this twist. Drop the right arm out straight and you can relax the head towards the right side. Feeling this twist in your lumbar spine, even in the outer hip of the right leg, and just dropping into this nice twisting sensation along our spine and our lower body. You can also use a pillow if you don't have a block and place it underneath that right foot or left knee. And it doesn't matter how high the knee is or the foot is from the ground. Alright, we're going to gently release our twist now, moving our right ankle to our left knee and drawing the left knee towards our chest in this figure 4 pose. So today we're really working on opening the hips, which are such an important part of our body to release, and acknowledging any sort of emotion, thoughts, or feelings that come up as we release the hips. Again, if this is too much for you, plant that left foot onto the ground and just grab onto the back of the knee. But do not be too forceful to which you are hurting any part of your body, especially that right knee. If you keep your feet flexed, it'll make it a little easier for you. Alright, let's gently release our figure 4 pose. Drop that right ankle to meet the left foot. And now we're just going to switch sides. So draw the left knee up, flex the foot, and draw that left knee towards the left chest. If you did so on the other side, you're going to open into a half happy baby on the left side, drawing that left knee further down towards the ground, trying to keep it at a 90-degree angle. And just breathe into this hip. Make sure it's not uncomfortable and that you can hold this for a few breaths. Just as we did on the other side, you're now going to reach that left foot over to the right, dropping it off to the right hand, and again place that block either underneath the knee or under the foot, raising the floor to meet your foot or knee to make it a little bit easier for you and more comfortable to sit in. I find that I can release my foot down to the ground, but it's more comfortable for me to just find my edge and not push past it, so I can hold the pose for longer, reaping all of the benefits that these twists give to our bodies, our digestion, our spinal flexibility. All right, let's gently come out of our twist, just lifting our right knee back up straight, clasping our hands underneath the right knee and drawing it towards our chest in our supine figure 4. Remember, you can keep your right foot planted on the ground and just allow the gentle stretch to open up the left hip. Now you can gently release the right foot back towards the ground, left foot meets right, and we're going to find our way into all fours. So roll over onto one side slowly, lift yourself up, come into an easy pose, seated position, push your hands in front of you and just reach those legs back behind you into our all fours position. From here, we're just going to gently push our hips back, open up the knees wide, and release into child's pose. Opening up the lower back, feeling the stretch in our armpits as we continue to reach forward with the fingertips and drop the head towards the ground. If this is uncomfortable for your knees as well, remember you can place a bolster underneath your bottom. Gently come forward, curl the toes underneath, and find our way into our first downward dog of the day. If you cannot reach your heels towards the ground, keep a bend in your knees and slowly just walk out your feet to release the calves, release the ankles, and just start to feel comfortable in this downward dog. We won't be here very long, so sway your hips, walk out your dog, do what feels good. From here, inhale up onto your tippy toes and gently walk your toes to meet your hands at the front of your mat. Exhale, fold all the way down, Uttanasana. And we're just going to stay and hold this fold for a few breaths, releasing our hamstrings, allowing our chest to float towards our thighs. If this is too much for you, again, grab your blocks and raise the floor to meet your hands so that you're maintaining a straight spine and not injuring your lower back. If you'd like to make this more challenging, remember you can reach your hands up above your head, clasp your fingers, and release the shoulders down towards the mat like I am doing. I love to release my shoulders. And we're going to inhale, slight bend in the knee, draw your hands back, and reach all the way up tall towards the sky, gathering all of the oxygen and bring it down towards your heart. Again, inhale, hands up towards the sky, exhale, fold all the way down, and we're going to step back with our right leg first into Angelina Low Lunge. So once you feel stable in your low lunge, reach your hands up towards the sky, and then just exhale. We're going to frame out that left foot. And here you can grab your blocks again as we sit in this pose, opening up the hip, flatten out your back foot, keep your chest tall, And just feel this gentle stretch in your hips. If you don't need the blocks, you can just keep your fingertips hovering above the ground like I am, making sure I have space across my sternum, my spine is straight, knee is above my ankle, and I'm just gently releasing that hip. On your next exhale, you're going to push your hips back and draw the left toes towards your forehead into our runner's lunge. So here you can also make sure you keep your blocks close by to release the chest safely towards the knee without compromising alignment. And we're going to do a little flow. So inhale, come back to low lunge. Exhale, runner's lunge. Inhale, low lunge, reach the head towards the sky, open the chest. Exhale, runner's lunge, drop the chest down towards the thigh. Inhale, low lunge, open the chest, and exhale, runner's lunge. Release the head down. Inhale, low lunge. And from here, we're going to inhale that right arm behind you. And if you can, just hold this gentle twist. If it's within your practice, slowly start to lift that right foot close to your hand and see if you can grab that foot with your hand. We're going to sit here for a few breaths, opening up that right quad. And feeling this intense stretch through our lower bodies. You might lose your balance if you're grabbing onto that back foot, but that's okay. Just come right back into the posture. All right, let's gently release the foot if you're holding onto it. Frame out the front leg, lift up and step back, meet into downward facing dog. And we're going to repeat that whole little sequence on the other side. So inhale, tippy toes. Walk to the front of your mat. Exhale, fold. And then in our Utkatasana, we're just going to take our peace fingers and grab onto our big toes and just draw our forehead towards our knees, pulling on our big toes to further release the hamstrings. So really pull down on your big toes, holding onto them with your peace fingers. Gently release the toes now. Inhale, straight spine. Exhale, fold. And now you're going to step back with your left leg. Drop the left knee down. Low lunge on the other side. Sweep the arms up towards the sky when you have stability. And exhale the arms all the way back down. Release the toes. Remember, you can grab your blocks here or stay in the position as I am with my fingertips. And we're going to just relax into this low lunge, opening the hip. And then exhale, draw the hips back, release into our runner's lunge, hamstring stretch. Hold this for just a few breaths. Remember to breathe before we flow from low lunge to runner's lunge, just like the other side. So let's get into it. Inhale, come forward, low lunge. Exhale, runner's lunge. So remember to link your breath with your movement and go at your own pace. If I'm going too fast for you, you know what you're doing, so go at whatever feels comfortable as long as you're breathing and feeling the stretch. Once you are at the front of your mat in your low lunge, we're going to now reach the left arm behind us into this gentle twist and stay here, or try to curl your hamstring to lift the left foot to meet your left hand and meet in our quad stretch. Again, if this is too intense for you, just continue to reach back with the left arm. And don't go for grabbing onto your left foot just quite yet. Inhale, gently release the back foot, come back to the front of your mat, reach your arms up towards the sky, open the chest, exhale, frame out the back foot, curl the left toes, and step back into our downward facing dog. Really awesome job. Final down dog of the day, so make it feel good, make it feel comfortable. Enjoy the release. And then when you're ready, we're going to gently drop down onto our knees, meeting at all fours. And we're going to gently release into puppy pose. So again, watch me if you need to use blocks for this pose. You're going to put them right where your triceps are, close to your elbows, and gently put a bend in your elbows, hands in Anjali Mudra up towards the sky. And this is a more gentle stretch on the armpits if you cannot complete the full puppy pose. So again, grab your blocks, put them under your arms where it's comfortable, and just put a bend in your elbows. If you can release into full puppy pose, go ahead and release with me. Uncurl the toes and draw your chest towards the ground. With time, gravity will allow your chest to fully reach the ground as your fingertips draw forward. This is an amazing release for the chest and the armpits, two muscles that don't often get a lot of love. From here, we're going to put a bend in our elbows, move the blocks if you still are using them, and we're going to drop all the way down into Sphinx Pose. So keep the elbows right underneath the shoulders, and this is going to be actively drawing your fingertips back towards your body while you open your chest, open your neck, and press firmly into your toes. The harder you press into your toes, the easier it is on your lower back, so make sure you're conscious of your toes on the ground. And just reach forward with the chest, opening up the shoulders across the collarbones, opening up the Visuddha chakra, your throat chakra. And then gently release it all the way down onto your mat. Place your fingers, your hands under your shoulders, curl the toes, and drop back into what is now our final downward dog of the day. Snuck one more downward dog into practice today. Inhale, tippy toe all the way to the front of the mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend in the knee, vertebra by vertebra, reach up towards the sky. Gather as much oxygen. Exhale, hands towards your chest. Put a bend in your knee, and we're just going to slowly lower down all the way onto our mats. You can get there by whatever means it takes for you. And we're going to just release onto our backs. Knees up towards the sky, feet planted, and then slowly draw our knees towards our forehead as we come into a tiny little ball and enter our final twist of today. So go ahead and release the knees over to the right hand side. Again, if they don't reach the ground or it's too uncomfortable for you, place a pillow, bolster, or your blocks underneath your knees to raise the ground to your knees. And we're just going to relax into our final twist of the day. When you're ready, go ahead and use your core or your hands to draw the knees gently to the left-hand side. Move your blocks or pillow to the left-hand side and come into another twist. I will let you know when we are coming out of this twist, so just sit and relax and feel the benefits. Alright, it's time to release. Bring your knees back up and then slowly drop your legs towards the ground, and we will come into our final posture, Savasana. Show yourself gratitude in this posture for coming to your mat today and doing your practice and contributing to your well-being. Remember to take slow and deep, long breaths as you drop into relaxation and calmness, turning on the parasympathetic nervous system that regulates so many important processes in our body, but requires us to be of calm and ease mind in order to execute our body into optimization and health. If you are practicing this flow on a moon cycle, the new moon or the full moon, remember to thank yourself for your intuition as it heightens under these new or full moons and reminds you of how powerful you are. If you're ready to come out of Savasana with me, go ahead and reach your arms up towards the sky, big stretch like you just woke up in the morning, and gently put your knees together, scoot to one side, and you're just going to gently push yourself up, and we'll meet in whatever seated pose is most comfortable for you in the middle of our mat, on a chair, an easy pose, or hero's pose. And we'll take one final breath together. So inhale your arms up towards the sky, gather all of the light and oxygen that exists for you in this world, and pull it down towards your heart, reminding your heart of how grateful you are for all of its many beats it does throughout the day to keep us alive. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this practice. As you roll up your mat, don't forget to like and subscribe. It does so much for my channel and my business. And check out my website to read my blog posts about everything nutrition, health, and wellness focused, available in my website in the caption. Have an amazing rest of your day.